Current Leicester City manager Brendan Rodgers is the bookies' favourite and frontrunner to replace Gunnar Solskjaer if the Norwegian is to be sacked and removed from his position. Since taking over at Leicester City, the former Celtic and Liverpool manager has taken the club from strength to strength. His style of football famed, many people loving the way he coaches and talks about the game, and of course this has resulted in an FA Cup win for Leicester City and a win at Wembley against Man City for the Community Shield earlier on this season. A lot of question marks hang over Brendan Rodgers' head with the potential appointment as the new Manchester United manager. The bottle job tags, the fact that he used to manage at Anfield and was the Liverpool boss, and a few question marks as to whether or not he is of a true world-class quality to take Man United forward remain to be seen. But we're here to take a deep dive and a look into how his Leicester team have played football over the last couple of years and how this could be used to improve and transform Manchester United and hopefully get their season back on track. We take a look here. This is the FA Cup final against Chelsea. This is very early on in the game, and as you can see, 4 versus 4 in this pressing phase from Leicester City, putting Chelsea under tremendous pressure from the opening whistle. They went through large periods of the game where they would go through 5 to 10 minute spells of putting this kind of pressure onto Chelsea, making it difficult for them to build a rhythm and build their style of play up from the back, as Thomas Tuchel's side wished to do. The differences between the way Leicester press and Manchester United is they do it in numbers and they do it in a team, and they recover and replace each other's positions. You can see here a few moments later, as Leicester City win the ball back, they actually have more players in Chelsea's defensive third than Chelsea Football Club. This attack subsequently breaks down when Jamie Vardy overhits his cross. However, this was a sign of things to come in this game. Leicester City pressed at the right times, defending compactly at others, and we'll take a little look at that moving forward. Now, this was against Manchester United in the FA Cup. Through the coaching and works and drills done during the week in preparation for this game, Brendan Rodgers and Leicester recognised that United's ability to resist the press and pass through it is sketchy at best. They set themselves up in a position to put tremendous pressure upon the Man United defenders and midfielders working the ball. Now, Leicester City themselves, under Brendan Rodgers and throughout his whole career, have used a variety of formations, from 4-5-1s, 3-5-2s, 4-4-2s and a 4-3-3 diamond. In recent years, the 4-2-3-1 has been used on a number of occasions as well. Brendan Rodgers is a master tactician in games, and he will get his team to adapt depending upon who they're playing. Now, this is against Leeds this season, and for large parts of this game, Brendan Rodgers adopted a very different style of defending. As you can see, there's almost a solid bank of 4 in the middle with Harvey Barnes helping his teammates out. And you can also look at the two forward players in this defensive phase, maintaining their position, cutting off space and passing angles, but not really applying any press. When Leicester City go up against a team that they consider to be high octane, a higher speed, they move the ball quicker. There is a propensity from Brendan Rodgers to be more defensive. A few moments later in this phase, you can see the ball worked out onto this left-hand side. At this moment, when the ball goes into a compact middle phase, you see 2 of the Leicester City players press. You see Pereira from the right-back position push forward, and Lookman apply pressure as well. But they ensure they cover each other's positions. Therefore, if one is bypassed, there is somebody making up the space to ensure that Leeds United don't have an opportunity to counter and push through. Now, the most telling aspect was a few moments later. From the phase we just saw, Brendan Rodgers' side forced Leeds United back to the goalkeeper. 2 passes are played there, from the defender to the keeper, back out here to Llorente. I want you to focus for a moment on Jamie Vardy. At Manchester United, there's no shadow of a doubt that our striker, if it isn't Ronaldo, so if it's Cavani, if Bruno's in that advanced position, is chasing after this ball, running at the defenders, running hard into this area here, trying to be helpful. The problem is when you do that and you press by yourself is you vacate this huge area in the middle that your team can then construct and build an attack from. What Jamie Vardy does impeccably well, he runs along the line, making passing angles harder, but keeping Leicester City compact. So when it comes to a defensive standpoint, one thing that Brendan Rodgers is almost a guarantee to bring in is the right defensive shape and structure. What Manchester United lack under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, especially this season, is a conducive and well-drilled defensive system. What shapes to be in when you're being compact, where your teammates should be, and when to press. Now, Brendan Rodgers' teams keep possession. That's what they enjoy to do. They like keeping hold of the ball. They move the ball well. If you look at the pass completion growth and succession of Ndidi over the past 3 seasons, he's got better year in, year out. His team are well drilled, they're well coached. And I truly believe the likes of Scott McTominay, Fred, will all improve. The club needs to invest and needs to improve the squad and buy better players. But there is no doubt that he has the ability to coach these players to be 5%, 10%, 15%, 20% better, depending on the personnel from the squad. There was a goal scored against Manchester United last season. The ball is currently with Ndidi, and it's going to be passed out to the right-hand side of the pitch. Now, Tuanzebe makes a massive mistake here by coming so far out of his position and leaving this gargantuan hole in behind. As we've already said, Man United are unlikely to be making this mistake with Brendan Rodgers on a regular basis because his teams are drilled and trained not to do it. But the directness and the sharpness of mind of Leicester City is now they run and make a first-time pass. As this ball goes out wide towards the touchline, Yuri Tielemans runs into this space behind. He gets onto the ball, he crosses it, and it's put into the back of the net by Thomas. But you see this a lot if you study Leicester City's and Brendan Rodgers' style of play. There can be lots of possession for 5 minutes, but when they go to attack, it's 1, 2, 3 passes, that ball being worked into the box on a very regular basis. We're going to look at that again now in this passage of play, which basically is 4 passes that leads to a goal against Crystal Palace, an equalising goal and an important goal. Now, Leicester City had maintained a fair amount of possession leading up to this point. But when they went for the juggler, when they went for the attack, it was quick and decisive. Typically, that is how you break teams down. We mentioned the movement earlier on. It's a one-time pass out here to the wing. As that ball's picked up by the fullback, you can already see the movement here. Iheanacho is looking to make a move in this central area here as I'm highlighting and moving. You've also got this Leicester City player that's looking to make a run in this direction as well. That's the directness that is needed. Now, a first-time pass is played here over the top. That run from Iheanacho that we already mentioned has been made. There is space now to vacate, but this has all happened in the space of a few seconds. This is where the possession-based, sometimes slower-paced football turns into quick 1-touch, 2-touch, 3-touch football, and then you're in a goal-scoring opportunity for your team. Now, what's very impressive here, when you study, again, Brendan Rodgers' style, is this could be very quickly adapted by Manchester United due to their fluid, direct nature. There was a good bit of hold-up play by Iheanacho. The ball was played back. The ball was put in the back of the net, and that is all she wrote. This here signifies the quality that you get from a Brendan Rodgers style of play and football. There'll be a lot of focus over the formations. What personnel will Brendan Rodgers use? Well, what we know about him is this. He is famed for being good with developing youth and encouraging youth. He will rotate his formation and therefore his personnel and starting team. And this is very important to Man United. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has had a very bad habit of overusing key players too much, burning them out too early on in the season, and creating real friction amongst these teammates, with teammates and in the dressing room. This is something Brendan Rodgers has got to guard against. And with his ability to go from playing 3 at the back, playing 4-1-4-1s, 4-3-3 diamonds, and the 4-2-3-1 formation, the ability to adapt that and change it depending upon the opponents and rotate that squad is going to be key. adding some better possession-based football before the directness that Man United are good at, and adding that defensive shape when out of possession, and teaching this team when and how to press at the right times. Those 4 real key factors are what can push Manchester United back into that top 4 contention, and maybe even pick them up a trophy if Brendan Rodgers was to come into this club if and when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is sacked. I do want your views and opinions on Brendan Rodgers. What is it you see from him that will work? Are there any concerns that you have? Leave that in the comments section below. Smash that like button before you leave. But until next time, take care, goodbye, God bless, and we'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye-bye.